Hi, I'm James from Black Project, and I'm here to tell you about the April bottle releases. First up, we have CYGNUS. It's one of my favorite beers we make every year. This is a blend of 3 years of spontaneous ale. It's traditionally made, method traditionale, which means 60% Pilsner, 40% unmalted wheat, and all of the things that go along with that. And then we add a mix of Balaton and Montmorency cherries. We make multiple blends, some using first use and some using second use fruit. This is blend A. It's the first one we're releasing. This one's actually got a higher percentage of second use fruit, so it's actually really like lighter than a traditional Creek, but it's really got amazing cherry flavor still, and I think it's a really unique and really tasty beer. Yeah, so it's got a beautiful funkiness, but absolute like ripe cherry, a little bit of cherry pit, like almondiness on the nose. Yeah, it's tart, and it's tart. It's got a little bit of oak character. I also think behind the cherry, there's sort of a tropical fruit note in there. It's almost got like a fruit punch character to it, which is entirely from our spontaneous microbes making these fruity esters, but it plays really well with the cherry flavor. It's just a really light and refreshing version of a cherry spontaneous ale. Next up is HABU Framboise. This is the second beer we've done in our HABU series. The first one was a chocolate cherry in a bourbon barrel with spontaneous beer, and this is again a 3-year spontaneous blend. This one's actually done with mostly raspberries, about 400 pounds of raspberries, and then about 10% of it was our tart cherry beer. We combine those two, it amps up the color a little bit, it brings out actually a little bit of cherry flavor, but the tart cherry actually elevates, I think, the raspberry character of the beer. And then we put a little bit of Tahitian and Madagascar vanilla bean in there at the very end, right before bottling. It's reminiscent of some Cantillon Framboise from the 80s when they used to do it this way. So it's definitely an homage to that, but I think it tastes great with our cultures. So it's definitely raspberry on the nose, great color. It really just looks like it glows. Yeah, raspberry funky complexity underneath of it. Tart like a raspberry, but not overly tart or really like battery acid. It's really a mild fruity tartness. Yeah, it's really great. It's one of my favorite ones we've done. And our last April release is MACH-LIMIT Tempranillo. This is the first time we've used Tempranillo since the first time we did MACH-LIMIT, which was, I think, 3 years ago. MACH-LIMIT is a 49% grape juice beer. The grapes are left on skins, they're foot trodden, and completely natural from the western slope. We combine that with mature beer and then age them together in a barrel. It's 49% grape juice from Tempranillo grapes from the western slope, and 51% mature golden sour beer. We combine that in barrels and let it age for several months additionally, and then put it in bottles. It's got light carb. It is kind of a golden red, and it's really a true wine beer hybrid. I mean, if you like red wine, you'll take to this, and if you like fruited sour beer, you'll take to it. But it's essentially an extreme amount of grape, the legal limit that we're allowed to put in. It's got really great berry notes. It's kind of jammy, but also has a like tannin and that grip that you would expect in a red wine. It's definitely a unique one. It's one we've been doing for a long time, and I'm really proud of this one. So these are our April releases. They go on sale April 16th at noon to the public. That's a online pre-sale, and then they have to be picked up that weekend following that, which is the 19th through 21st. Again, we have MACH-LIMIT Tempranillo, HABU Framboise, and CYGNUS Blend A.